not having an aneurysm over people losing their food stamps on November 1st? Here's why.
Come grocery shop with us. Go by faster.
I should not have to pay to feed you and your 9 children. I'll be the selfish one. My kid comes first in my eyes, not you.
And coming for black women, no. You just make yourself look stupid.
The air is getting colder. The holidays are here. And for 42 million Americans, the digital lifeline that feeds their families, SNAP benefits, has just vanished. What if everything you're seeing on social media is a lie? Welcome to the Fame Game. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the Thanksgiving Hunger Games. We're talking about a silent panic setting in across kitchens nationwide. But while families worry, a very different scene is playing out online. A chorus of angry voices, often called the Karens, are popping champagne. Their message is simple and brutal. Good, get a job. I shouldn't have to pay for your 9 kids. They're pairing it with a specific kind of viral clip. One of a black woman crying about her benefits being cut. The algorithm feeds this to you because it knows you'll react. But what if everything you're seeing is a carefully constructed illusion? What if the real story behind these cuts isn't about budgets?
No matter what. I would take a third job. I have 2 jobs. I would take a third job if I had to, just to make sure my kids ate. What are you doing for your kids besides coming on the internet and bitching?
What if it's a political playbook so effective it's about to plunge millions into hunger? Welcome to the Fame Game. If you want us to keep pulling back the curtain on stories the mainstream media won't touch, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. Today, we're exposing the deliberate misinformation campaign. We're revealing who truly holds the power to stop the Thanksgiving Hunger Games. And we're uncovering why they desperately want you to believe this is a problem about one community. The numbers tell a far more dangerous story. Let's start with the spark that lit this powder keg. A woman on TikTok, let's call her Sarah, went viral. Her blunt message echoed in thousands of comment sections. I have 2 jobs. I would take a third job just to make sure my kids ate. She asks, what are you doing for your kids besides coming on the internet and bitching? The underlying sentiment is clear. Personal responsibility above all else. Just pull yourself up by your bootstraps. But here is the first crack in that argument. The data they don't want you to focus on. She asks, what did you do with October's food stamp money? The answer is devastatingly simple. They spent it in October on food. That is how a monthly budget works. But this isn't about logic. It's about raw emotion. The emotion they're selling is resentment, and they have a perfect target. When you see those viral videos of someone complaining about their SNAP benefits, 9 times out of 10, it's a fake. It's an AI-generated black woman.
Where I've been able to keep the kids fed and the lights on. Y'all see that sign behind me? If they really take it, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do but go in there and grab what we need. People keep telling me to go apply something.
The architects of this chaos know the old racial scripts are the easiest to run. They know you'll get angry. They're counting on it. This is the trap. They've created a digital boogeyman to distract you from the sheer, massive scale of this crisis. If you're starting to see the deliberate divide and conquer strategy at work, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us expose the real story. So let's break down the reality they're trying to hide. First, the demographics. If you think this is a black people problem, you've taken the bait. According to the Food Research and Action Center, the face of hunger in America is overwhelmingly white. 37% of SNAP recipients are white. 26% are black. The rest are Hispanic, Asian, Native American, or multiracial. This is why comedian Katt had to step in with the cold, hard truth. He pointed out the sheer absurdity. This isn't about laziness. This is about a system where even a college degree can't always shield you from economic freefall. But the racial scapegoating is just the first layer of the illusion. Let's talk about who is really on SNAP. They tell you it's able-bodied adults sitting on couches. The data tells a different story. It's a story of 12 million children. These kids didn't choose their family's finances. They make up 39% of all SNAP recipients. Add to them the seniors on fixed incomes, the disabled veterans who served this country, and the working families. These are people with 1, 2, sometimes 3 jobs who simply don't make enough for rent and groceries. This is the true portrait of food aid in America, a safety net for the most vulnerable among us. Now, here is where the plot thickens. The official line from the USDA is that they cannot legally issue benefits for November without congressional approval. But that is a complete lie. Buried in the USDA's own official shutdown plan is a crucial clause they're hoping you never see. It states that benefit funds are guaranteed for program operations, even in the event of a government shutdown. Let me be perfectly clear. The Republicans in Congress have the legal authority to use emergency funds to keep SNAP running. They are choosing not to. This is not an accident. It is a calculated political decision. D.L. Hewley put it in the starkest terms possible. He said that if SNAP benefits are cut around Thanksgiving, it will be the most cold and hungry white people since the Pilgrims landed here. The term disproportionately loses all meaning when it's your family that's hungry. This policy isn't a surgical strike. It's a blanket bomb, and it's about to detonate in the heart of rural and suburban America. Why inflict this pain? Because the real goal isn't just to cut spending. It's to make you so angry at the person you think is stealing your tax dollars that you don't look at the people consolidating wealth. Let's talk numbers that should make everyone's blood boil. 47 million Americans are food insecure. Meanwhile, 92 American billionaires are now worth a combined $6.8 trillion. This isn't a resource problem, it's a distribution problem. The cutting of SNAP is an economic suicide pill. Every dollar spent generates $1.50 in economic activity. It creates consumers and keeps local businesses afloat. When you remove 42 million consumers overnight, stores raise prices. Local businesses shutter. The economic shockwave hits everyone. The person celebrating on TikTok doesn't realize she's cheering for her own economic decline. The price of her groceries is about to go up. And this brings us to the end game. The raw, unfiltered bigotry that the AI videos are designed to sanitize. Conservative voices are talking about fat ghetto-ass people who need to stop reproducing and change their culture. This is the blueprint. Create a crisis. Blame a marginalized group. Offer a fake tough love solution that actually makes the crisis worse. While you're fighting with your neighbor over a shrinking pie, the people at the very top are baking themselves a whole new batch. As we head into a holiday season defined by scarcity, an ex-user put it perfectly. Let November roll around and those poor white people don't get their SNAP. And we'll find out how hungry you have to be to stop being racist. The lines are being drawn, not in the sand, but at the grocery store checkout. This is a national stress test. We are almost done, but if you've learned something new today, give the video one more like, and then let me know this. What do you think? Is this a case of government mismanagement or a deliberate strategy to pit the working class against itself? This has been a breakdown by the Fame Game. We've exposed the manufactured war on food stamps, the digital smokescreen of racial division, and the cold, hard economic reality they don't want you to understand. They're betting on you staying divided. The real nightmare for them is you figuring out the game.